Inca. Everyone's talking about it, everyone's playing it. I don't actually remember the last time I played in this region, but since it got this massive update in 1.37, I have to, right? You guys also asked for this in the comments multiple times, so we're gonna go ahead and play as Cuzco today. 33 development, we have land force limit modifier plus 20%, idea cost minus 10, great project upgrade cost minus 10, development cost, admin technology as well as national tax modifiers, discipline as well as national manpower modifier, construction cost, production efficiency, land attrition minus 10%, and max hostile attrition plus 1. So not too bad. Let's go ahead and begin. This is my second Cuzco try. The first try went well until we had to deal with the colonizers, and the problem was that I could simply not deal with them at all. At around 1520, there was no one colonizing South America. I think the main problem was that Castile got completely destroyed by Aragon, as Aragon was like the 4th or 5th greatest power and Castile was nowhere to be seen. In the meantime, Portugal had like one colony in the Caribbean and I just couldn't get the maps for it for a very long time. I've decided to do another run. Hopefully this one is gonna get better results and will be smoother. Now our starting position is actually really good. We have a really good ruler with a legendary conqueror trait, and we can even upgrade his stats through our missions. The air is also amazing. Tupac Shakur, my boys. We can go right into our estates. We're gonna take +1 mana points for all of our estates. We're gonna seize lands and take the loans for merchant guilds as well. Now I'm not taking too many privileges because after our first couple of wars, we will be able to grow our crown lands to around 20%, and at that point we can definitely take more. Now to complete one of our missions, we will need to recruit a free company, as we need to have a large army. We're also gonna equip this Giga Chad, which is our ruler. He has 5 shock and 2 siege, which is super amazing for the start. This is our mission tree, so first of all we're completing ground shaker, and we also will be doing recruit the Chanca in a second. It's a really compact mission tree, but once we form the nation of Inca, for which we need some specific core provinces in this whole region, then the mission tree will be greatly extended. Now in the meantime, let's also go ahead and spy Huila and someone like Patsais. Right, our army is recruited, which means ground shaker is done. We are getting 75 of each monarch points. For as long as Pachahuti lives, he will have his stats upgraded via missions, and if we form Inca before 1480 and Abancay, which is this province over here, doesn't have a significant level monument, it will be immediately upgraded. This monument is honestly one of the best in the game. At this level 1, it gives -5% idea cost. At significant level, it's -10 as well as +10 reform progress growth, and at maximum level, it's 15% idea cost reduction, which is insane. So for our second mission, we just need to develop this province 2 times with mill points, which I'm doing right now, and we can recruit the Chanca. This allows for colonization of Peruvian coast through venture into tribal lands decision. About this, we will talk a little bit later. Also unlocks the Chanca Auxiliaries Mercenary Company, which costs no force limit to maintain. It's a really good mercenary company, which we will be getting soon. Now we can also go ahead and boost our stability once. Afterwards, we can click some of these national decisions to reduce our unrest as well as increase yearly prestige. Let's see what we can get for the advisors. So we do have morale of armies, which is great. We can go for trade efficiency. And unfortunately, I don't have a yearly inflation reduction advisor. I would definitely go for one, but in this case, let's go for production. 11th of December, which means we can start our first war. We have these permaclaims around us, and the best option for us would be Vanca. Kola has no alliances, but I will still go for Vanca because of one of our missions. We're also gonna go ahead and set our national focus to admin, set them as our rivals. They're only allied with Ichma, which we can also just annex right quick, and let's go ahead and start. Even though this is mountains, we will absolutely crush these boys, no worries, because of our insanely good general. Sit down, fool. I'm surprised it was not a stack wipe. Alright, we have one of these new events, Abancay, Naval of the World. We can select this, get some yearly prestige until 1465, then additional prestige. This will make us lose a little bit of admin and diplo points, or we can just go for +1 stability. Now, I'm not completely sure. This might be a chain of events if we select the first option, but honestly, I will be going for the second one. I did try this before and had no problem with this whatsoever. Good stuff, boys. Double annexation. Thank you very much. Here we go. We completed defeat to wankers. So because we do have admin national focus, we're getting core creation cost -10% for 25 years. You can play this differently. I guess siege ability would also be a good alternative, because sometimes it does take a really long time to siege down these forts, as most of these lands are mountains, highlands, but I still like to go for core creation cost. Our ruler will also be getting 1 admin point, and we're getting even more permaclaims. Now before the next war, let's go ahead and hire this new Chanka Auxiliaries Company, as it doesn't contribute to force limit. When you're recruiting, it says 16, but it will reset to 12. Just like that, boys. It's time for the second war, boys. It's gonna be Golem, and we have Kalchakoi in this war, which is definitely not the worst thing that could happen. Fortunately, their total war score cost for all the provinces is less than 50%, which means we can vassalize them without them even being co-belligerent in the war. Another good reason why vassalization is okay for this nation is that none of these provinces are required to form Inca. Charca is not joining, so let's just go ahead and kill them off right quick. Should be a wipe right here. Let's go. Okay, not a big fan of this event. We will have to fight 6 rebels, and there will be many more events just like this one that are related to our religious reforms. So in this run, do expect to have a lot of rebels. Yeah, these are the events I was talking about. Now we have +5 authority and a 50% chance of the rebels. We can lose authority, or we can go with guaranteed less amount of rebels and 5 authority. I will go for the first option this time, but if I'm unlucky, going forwards I will probably always go with the second one, as usually they still spawn for me. Yeah, what did I say, bro? Oh man, look at that, the Art of War. That's just free 100 mil points. Sure, I will take that. Also good news, we have this vassalization and we didn't even need to fight this guy's army, so he still has this 7,000 stack, which is amazing. And that's right, yet another full annexation for us. Now this allows us to complete the mission Defy the Colons, +1 Diplo point for our ruler, more permaclaims, we're getting yearly tax income +6 and land force limit +3 until the end of the game, as well as this event which allows us to select between Aymara as an accepted culture or 25 authority. I believe this is definitely the best option. Here we go, another mission is done. Rule of the Sun, lose to war exhaustion, a little bit of tax income. Now at this point we also have 19% crowlands, and I believe this is a good moment to take more privileges. We're gonna grant for Panaka's oversight. Let's go with development of temples, just so I don't forget this later. This essentially will become useful once we are able to build temples, as it will reduce local development costs. The same situation with reform progress growth, currently we cannot use it. For Pocoyoke we're gonna go with supremacy over the crown, and for merchant guilds we can take promote merchant guilds bookkeeping, as well as this new privilege called high altitude adaptation. Essentially what this does is increases local development costs in every province that is not hills, mountains or highlands, but reduces the development cost penalty in such terrain provinces by 50%, and it will be upgraded through our missions. It's definitely good because most of our provinces are in mountains here. Thank you very much for the provinces, 60 ducats as well. Now we can summon the diet, whichever option here. We can sell titles and seize lands. This gave us some money, and we can now take a look into venture into tribal lands function. So currently we can venture into these 3 provinces, but once we complete more missions, more of them will be unlocked. First of all, we might as well replace our older loans so we can have a little bit more cash. We're gonna take new indebted to the merchant guild loans, and to colonize these provinces what we need to do is send our units there and attack the natives in all of them. Now after this is done, we can just pay 50 ducats and colonize these provinces. It doesn't cost to upkeep them, so you can have as many as you want at the same time. Now, we do have a lot of all types monarch points, which means it's a good time to start developing our gold provinces. Let's get the edict going on. We will need to develop our gold provinces, I believe, a total of 70 times, because there will be one mission in the Inca mission tree which requires it. So might as well do it now, as we don't want to upgrade our technologies when we have such a massive additional cost because of unembraced institutions. So here we go, I developed some provinces, and yes, even at 9 development, our gold provinces are barely giving us money. And this is essentially just reflecting the supply versus demand thing. We have such a huge supply and no demand because of this. And as such, gold is basically worthless for Inca until you reform the religion and complete some missions. Beautiful stuff. Another war is completed. New mission is unlocked. Seize southern fringes. This gives us 10 authority, 25 ducats, and more provinces that we can colonize. Now we have 78 authority, which means we can reduce autonomy in some of our provinces. This gives 5 authority each time we do this. So let's do this a couple of times. We have 100. We're gonna reform the religion right now and select core creation cost minus 10% for the first reform. Of course, this does cost 2 stability and 100 authority. And additionally, it does spawn some rebels, so you need to be ready for that. What I like to do before reforming the religion is setting all of my soldiers in one province so they don't get rebels on top of them, and you can just easily defeat them. And of course, after doing this, once our religious reform amount is reset, we can continue decreasing the autonomy and get even more. Oh, finally, we can actually send our merchant to transfer trade. What are the new provinces? Okay, so it's these 3 ones, which means I will begin colonizing them right now. Oh, hell no! No alliances, bro. You actually don't need any alliances in this region. It's just worthless, and it will be more time consuming to get white peace and such with them. Venture, venture, venture. Damn, boy, that's a nice force limit. We have 28 force limit right now, so we can definitely get even more units. This guy is allied with America, and this total war score cost is 23%. Hey, we can actually co-belligerent them. That's nice. Let's go. Bro, don't do this to me. Don't kill this here. He's actually really good. Please. No, you gotta be kidding me, bro. That's insane. You took away Tupac, dude. Yeah, let's not forget to keep developing our stuff while we're doing these wars. Are you ready to get wiped, sir? Probably not gonna be a wipe, but we should be able to finish the war now. Yep, that's it. I'll definitely take it. One more mission done. Conquer Cajamarca. More diplo points for our ruler. We're getting a general with 50 tradition, and he has additional shock. Then army tradition, which is nice. Let's hope this guy is at least decent. Oh, he is. He's more than decent. Now let's take a little break to actually deal with the rebels that we currently have. We can sell titles and seize lands once again. Oh, nice. Local settlers. We'll definitely take that. And damn right, it's time to start this triple war, so we're gonna just take all the remaining provinces and defeat all of these boys. More authority, that's lovely. The rebels are helping me in the war. Let's go, bro. Crush them. The stability events actually don't stop. I love this. We just demolished everyone. They have no soldiers left. Amazing. Nice, some additional colonies have been finished and we can complete Seize the Chinca. Additional mana points and more territories for us to colonize. Bro, please just fall. It's been taken forever for this fort. And 153, it's not that great, bro. We will need tons of admin points. Do we try again? I guess. Nearly 800 days, like, that's just bullshit. Alright boys, we're done with the wars. Let's go, full annexation. Look at that, 3 missions done. We have more than 60 loyalty for Panacas. So our ruler is getting 1 diplo point. In the Lima province, we're getting tax building, 2 base tax, and 0 autonomy. Now we're getting some power projection, 1 military point for the ruler, and this event. This allows us to set the autonomy minus 25% in a whole Chimor area. Or we can get until the end of the game integration of Chimu Customs modifier, which is actually really good because it offers admin and diplo technology cost reduction. It does increase stability cost by a little bit, but it's still worth it because we will be behind in technology because of how institutions work for us. So let's take this. Take over Quito. 1 admin point for the ruler. Karan as an accepted culture and more possibilities for colonization. So right now we're gonna go ahead and kill these rebels and we're gonna go on a colonization spree because we want to go ahead and beat all of the natives in the marked provinces so we can extend our reach up to Muisca over here, which we can also start spying, and of course the lands in Upper Peru region. Yes please, more authority. Venture, venture, venture. Can we start annexing this guy? If we send him a real quick gift, 180. Yeah, just improve a little bit of relations and we can start. Right, we're up to 26% crowns even though we have been selling titles. We also have tons of money. A 145 this time. I mean, bad admin points, but he's still kinda good. He has 10 points in total. I won't be too picky anymore. Oh shit, we can also get 15 authority, sure. And I guess millions of rebels. Alright, last couple of provinces colonized. Looking good, boys. And yes, here we go. We can go ahead and form Inca. The monument, as it said in the beginning, is upgraded by 1. We're getting tons of permaclaims. We are now an empire. All the cultures are accepted, except for Chachacapopoyan. And we have this amazing new mission tree. So first of all, promote Runasimi. We're getting additional stability, 100 admin points. The privilege high altitude adaptation is upgraded, reducing the penalty to 100%. We're getting some prosperity in our mountains areas too. We do have at least 20 development in our capital, which means we can renovate Cuzco. It gets imperial capital until the end of the game, giving us yearly tax income +6, local manpower modifier +25%, governing cost, and this amazing skill-free artist 67% cheaper. Next up, we have expand into the jungle, and this is because we have more than 15 development in the jungle provinces. 100 colonists join a frontier in Utsayeli, one additional province. Now, if we can get rid of our loans, we can also complete collect the meetup. So I might just be selling titles after we destroy our rebels. While visiting Tumbes Huayana has been approached by a member of merchants from the west. They claim that they come from islands of Avachumbi and Ninachumbi, a distant land rich in gold. We can send our heir into a long voyage from which he might not return, or we can get 50 admin points. I think let's go for the first option because our heir, he's decent, but he's, you know, not the best, so we can take this risk. Finally, we got rid of the rebels. You know what time it is? That's right, it's time to sell titles, repay all of our loans, complete this additional mission, which grants us 15 authority. Or of course we can go for manpower, ducats, but I think authority might be the best one. We can reform our religion, so we're getting even more rebels. And this time we're gonna take +1 colonist. We will begin colonizing ourselves without the help of the mission tree. Of course, deal with these pests right quick. Native policy. We're gonna go for global settlers. Hands down the best one. Sweat of the Sun is apparently completed. Yes, so this was the mission that I was talking about previously. We need 70 development in gold provinces. We have over 96. So we're unlocking the manufacture idols estate privilege, losing free inflation, and getting even more loyalty. This is the privilege right here. So we're getting yearly authority, cost of advisors with our own religion -10%, tolerance of true faith. It also gives monthly Inca authority, but this is a mechanic that only is gonna become important later on. The downside is that we're losing 40% local goods produced modifier in all of our gold provinces, but because it does give such little income, it's still good to take this privilege, at least for now. However, because we did get our first colonist, there are some other privileges that we can take. For example, New World missions, native assimilation, and the best one is definitely in merchant guilds. It's grant New World charters, additional settlers. Apparently, we have another mission done after I developed one of the provinces. Construction cost, mercantilism, and national supply limit modifier. Sure. Oh, we have one more tribal land actually. I forgot this one. We can do that one as well. And we can definitely start a quick war versus Muisca, as we do have this claim ready. What's up, boy? No, I'm not gonna lie, we're running really low on manpower. I would like some additional mercenaries, just to help us with the rebels. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me, bro. He didn't succeed at the mission. And we're also losing stability because of this. What a shame. I gotta say, I've been quite unlucky with the events. Like, there are a lot of good scripted events, but the random ones, not sure. This was probably a random event. Now, this is definitely a scripted event. Tuhakas and Royal Temple. Until the end of the game, national unrest -1. However, we will be losing stability. Or we can gain stability, but first option for sure is a really good one. Just gonna go ahead and restore this right quick. And this is also why I don't really recommend taking advisor cost reduction privileges, because of how many times you will have to keep restoring your stability. It would be quite a huge of points waste. Now, if we reduce our autonomy, that should be tons of religious progress. That's right, we have 100. So now we just need +1 stability, and we can get additional morale of armies. It's actually really wrong. We had a couple more of provinces that we could colonize over here. I'm also gonna do that right quick. Okay, so let's start colonizing this way. I'm gonna start colonizing Martellones. Now we can do something about this guy. We can either just declare a war on him, or try and get some maps, and even potentially just vassalize him. I guess we can try and improve relations for now. There's no rush with this. Also, of course, let's go for colony development boost from our Age of Discovery bonus. Oh my god, bro. You gotta be kidding me. Hasn't been a moment where I was clear of rebels for a while. You bastards. Noise prospering times. Always love to see this event. This is additional 11 development. Too bad it's not a grain province. That would have been sick because I'm currently developing provinces for Incan terracing, for which we need 15 development in 5 different grain provinces. That's my boy. He's gonna share some maps with us. We can take Brazil maps, which has 76 provinces at once. That's just crazy. So what do we have here? No one's of colonizers yet in Brazil. I guess it's a bit early, 1467. I hope there will be someone at least by 1500s, because in my previous run, that crap was just nasty. And so we're just gonna keep asking this guy for different area maps. Give us the Colombia one. Let's see what's going on over here. Yeah, so we have Carib, Arawak. Apparently we have the solar cult done, and this is because we have 80 religious reform now. Further religious reforms will only decrease stability by 1 and remove 80 authority instead of 100. Oh, Mapuche, what are you doing over here? I might have to intervene, and what I mean by this is that we're gonna briefly cancel this colonist. We're gonna go ahead and build spy network on this guy, and we're gonna colonize this province so we can make a claim on him. Caribbean Sea. End of Chimu Revolt. So now we can take stability, reduced unrest, integration of Chimu customs will be removed or we can keep it, lose a little bit of local manpower in some of the provinces, but I think the first option is better because that modifier does reduce our admin and diplo cost, so it's quite useful. Hey, another temple. Let's go. We are finishing so many colonies and our development is skyrocketing because of the Age of Discovery bonus. It essentially gives additional free development to all of these colonies. So right now, after we finish these, we will have around additional 50 or more development. That's just crazy. Okay, so now we can go for the 4th reform. Fortunately, just 1 stability is lost, which is relatively nothing. We just got it back through an event, so let's go. So me, like a dumbass, moved all of the units to beat the rebels, and I completely forgot that we have to keep this colony basically under our control, otherwise the natives will spawn. But the good thing is that at the same time, this guy moved to a different place, so I basically did not lose anything from this. Alright, so our ruler did die now. I guess we have... He's quite decent, 332. He's Tupac, he's good by default. But now we have this mummified ruler's mechanics, so we're losing basically 5% of crown land. And each time this happens, it's gonna be less efficient to seize lands and sell titles. We will be getting less money, less crown lands, unless we move our capital and reduce the mummified ruler's stat. So there is this. Now this event, I think if we lose 70 ducats over here, then yes, we have 80% chance of favorable answer, and it should be able to give us some monarch points. Let's see. Oh, we actually got stability and 5 prestige. That is also really good. We're gonna boost this once and take this. Alright boys, we have developed enough of grain provinces, and because we do have at least 2 stability, we're getting an additional reward, distribute 5 development across our own provinces. So this gives 15 plus 5, which is just 20 development for free. We currently have more development than any nation in the Great Powers list apart from Ming. Because we did finish some of the colonies, we have down the Altiplano completed, which gives settler chance plus 10% until the end of the game, as well as 5% crown lands. Really good reward. I think since we don't know where Portugal will start colonizing, we can try and make our way towards Rio de Janeiro through this way. So I'm also recalling my colonists and starting to colonize this province. So just in case, we have 2 pathways. Oh, look at that. A great project. Upgrade cost minus 25%. This is actually really useful, because for some of the missions we need to upgrade the great projects. And this too. They're taking away lots of our money, but this is a really good modifier to have. Because we do have tons of manpower at this point, I will start to replace our mercenaries with just regular soldiers. 500 ducats from Monopoly. Let's go, bro. Let's take the indebted merchant guild loans as well. Now we have tons of money. Let's work on Potosi first. 700. We can invest some of the manpower, and once we get this to level 2, it's gonna start giving us interest per annum reduction, which is really good. 0.50 is really nice to have. And of course, we're progressing toward Tears of the Moon mission, for which we also need to continue developing our gold provinces. I think with gold, I'm gonna stop now. And I will try to save up a lot of Diplo points, because once we get to level 3, then we can get additional settlers. Yep, time for the 5th reform. Let's do it. Yes, we're now one of the great powers. And this is really good because it does allow us to complete another mission. 4 quarters together until the end of the game, gardening capacity plus 10%, an additional 5 power projection, which is permanent. Yep, I think we can get additional upgrade for Potosi in really quick. 2.2k ducats, we just need to wait less than 1 year. So now at this point we no longer need this authority, which means we will not take these additional rebels and we can just lose it. Damn boy, 436 air? Sure, count me in. Oh, this is a good air. Tupac Hualpa. Fake news, Tupac Amaru Shakur. Fun fact, actually, the last time I played Inca, I naturally got an heir called Tupac Amaru, which is Tupac's real name, so it can happen. 1.8k ducats, let's go. Nice, we got this colony done. We could colonize right next to this guy, but I think let's focus this. Maybe we actually can recall this colonist. Yeah, so let's recall him, and we're gonna put him here as well, and then we can attack Tyrona too. He's level 4 military and also allied with Carib, which is level 3. Now, might be a good idea to at least get to level 2 before declaring on him, but honestly, what's the worst that it can happen? He doesn't even have a general. I'ma take him out, bro. I'ma take him out. Yeah, it's tough. It's actually tough. Even with a couple of soldiers, he did a ton of damage. And we also gotta go and beat Carib. Too bad we cannot colonize these provinces yet because we would be able to annex Carib as well. But in this case, we can either vassalize him or even annex migratory tribe. But I don't want to do neither of those because later on, once we do have a border with him, we can attack him every few years and he's gonna keep expanding. So it's gonna be like a small vassal that colonizes different provinces. I'm just gonna force his religion, take his money, war reps, and just let him go. Another great project that we can start upgrading is this one. At max level, it gives missionary strength and quite a lot of religious unity, so let's begin. It's also good to do this because we still have that 20% modifier reduction. Oh damn boy, 100 population? Sure. Our agenda is about to expire and honestly, yes, I'm unable to colonize all of these provinces, but this is such a good modifier to have for 10 years that it's definitely worth to take additional privilege. We're gonna go with the monopoly rights and we're gonna automatically complete the agenda. It's just so good to have. Finally, we have level 3 and settlers are growing. Okay, we do have Portugal in the Caribbean. When you guys gonna visit Brazil? I need y'all. We're done with the Potosi monument, so Tears of the Moon is unlocked. It gives conditional modifier for Potosi Great Project given yearly inflation reduction and tolerance of true faith, which is awesome. We're also strengthening Manufacturer Idol's estate privilege, doubling its modifiers and removing absolutism penalty. Now, I don't know if we want to still keep this, but it does increase monthly Inca authority, so I guess might as well. Ooh, this is a big colony that we just finished because we can start colonizing right next to Arawak and Carib. Castile. Castile is here. Alright, we can slowly make our way down there. While we're at it, of course, let's keep moving the secondary direction that we made too. Not necessarily that we need it, but I guess we can just start bordering some of these smaller migratory tribes and just take additional land. I like to have at least 2 colonies at the same time, even with 1 colonist, because we do have quite a lot of money that we don't have necessarily much use for. We will need lots of mill points, so I'ma upgrade this dude. Let's upgrade our admin as well. Still making money, so we're good. I really don't like our current ruler, and I am looking forward to abdicating him at the earliest convenience so we can have our boy Tupac on the throne. And I'm not developing anything else from here because we might be able to reform relatively soon, so we want to save as many points as possible. We can keep up to 1500 of them. Here we go, make some claims around us. So Carib we still have a truce with, but we can strike him down, although he does have 8000. Are we fine with 16k? I guess level 3 is not that big of a deal. This level 4 might be actually more tough. I think we should be able to deal with these guys for now, so let's strike him down. Yeah, okay, we're fine. Maybe I overestimate these guys. Tyrona, bro. What the hell are you doing over here? Are you lost, boy? So before Arawak moves, we also want to take care of him. We definitely do. Come here. Take some of this steel. Let's test our power versus this level 4 guy. Oh, okay, we got this under control. Skill-free trader, 50% cheaper. Oh, crap. Might need to get him. But I'm not gonna keep this discipline guy for long, I guess, because 10 ducats is a bit expensive, let's say. Oh my god, discipline. Plus 10%. I would say this is really good versus Castile, but we most likely won't really be able to do much versus them anyways, but yeah, sure. Oh crap, boys, double annexation time. This is actually really good that we have this province now, because our colonial range will allow us to colonize quite far away now. Yeah, okay, we're gonna grab level 2 military, at least that, just a little bonus. So we do have this province. Now I wonder, if we take this colonial range and pair it with a range advisor, will that be enough? Probably not, but I would love to colonize right next to Portugal. Here he is. Yeah, it's not enough. We have 208. So, in best case scenario, we can set up a colony over here. I guess that is not too bad, because we will be able to fight Tupinamba if they don't move. Oh, they are allied with Potiguara. Oh crap, boys. Oh crap. Right. Of course, you need 50 legitimacy to abdicate, and we lost all the legitimacy once our ruler died and we didn't have an heir. This game, bro. We got him. Here's our claim. Let's see how this goes. At least he didn't move. He also has Tupiniquim. That's a lot of soldiers that he has in total. Okay, 4,000. This should be easy. I guess let's send our boys over here just in case. Peace brought by conquistador. The enmity between us and a neighboring country caused a visiting conquistador from Castile to try and broker peace between us, which worked. What does that mean? What peace, bro? I want nothing but the smoke. Oh shit, it must have been this guy, because he's walking through our nation over here. Hey, get off my property. You gotta pay taxes for that. So I didn't notice the guy, and my mercs will probably die here. I don't see us winning this. So I just take care of the natives so we don't lose the colony. Yeah, we're definitely dying when there's another 9,000 over here. At least we could escape though. Is it time to start our golden era? Maybe let's wait until we actually reform. Damn, they're annoying. Okay, we need our soldiers. Come here, boys. That's what happens when the stupid natives get to level 4 before us. We can't make this a core. Damn. We can only vassalize this guy, which might be worth it. Nice. So, the war is done. We have radical reforms as well, but this will put us above our limit, so that's kinda not good. Even though we vassalize this guy, we will still also need to wait, because we need an actual core province, so we still need to colonize this. Yeah, kinda sad, but we'll get there later. I guess just before taking this, we can reduce the war exhaustion, maybe develop something, or even take level 2 admin, yeah. Oh wow, we even have Portugal down here in Rio de la Plata. It's so random, bro, because we could have made like a little line ages ago. Okay, so now we actually border Castile, which does allow us to complete the mission beyond the known. If we complete this mission by border, we are getting technology cost minus 5% and 100 admin, which is, I guess, the actually best reward, because we want to increase our technology as much as possible. But the actual problem is that we don't want to click this yet. We need to reform our religion first to maximize the effect of that modifier. So we need to actually wait for the core. We gotta go for level 3. It's gonna be quite a wait, so there's time to maximize our points. Okay guys, so we just finished the colony. Now there's a couple of things to have in mind. Age of Discovery is about to end, so I think it's time for us to start our golden era right now. Another thing, we can go ahead and finish Beyond the Known mission, technology cost, admin point, and we can reform our religion. Let's do it. We took it from Castile, so we have level 6 on all of our groups. We are getting +1 stability and unlocking support recovering populations as state privilege for merchant guilds, allowing us to gain a 10% dev cost reduction in primary culture provinces, as well as global prosperity growth at cost of 15% national tax modifier. Now, is this worth it? Because we have been developing our provinces quite a ton. I don't know how much we will continue developing them. Might take this a bit later. Depends on if I discover something new in this mission tree, because I honestly have not looked into all of these missions. Now, punish the invaders. We have quite a sick general, which becomes available for duty. Fate of the usurpers. Technology group changed to High American and unit types changed to High American. We can get until the end of the game manpower in accepted provinces, governing capacity modifier. That is actually really good. Missionary strength is actually really good as well. So we gotta go for this third one, right? What do you guys like to do when you play Inca? Let me know in the comments. Okay, so now also we will be inheriting a different government reform for tier 1. Allows divine idea group, enables Inca authority ability, national unrest -2, max effect of absolutism. Okay, so this is, I think, the second time I see this modifier. I did see this one when I played the Ayubids. You get this one in one of the last missions, so that's pretty cool to have. Then we also strengthen clerical minister's estate privilege, making it give 0.05 monthly Inca authority. I guess we have to look into the Inca authority as well, because I did not check what that is all about. What do we do with the idea groups now? That is the question. So we gotta keep colonizing, right? I'm right now thinking exploration plus expansion. That is probably the default pick. But do we want to go for something military just to beat the colonizers? The problem is that, at least in my opinion, none of these military groups have good policies that work together with either exploration or expansion. I think actually quantity works best with expansion because it does increase settlers and land force limit modifier. But then again, you don't get more powerful armies with this. Okay, so let's just go the default route, shall we? I think so. Exploration, here we go, and later on we can think what we want to pick for the third group. But now we can also get this to level 7, might as well to level 8. What is Castile's level? He's level 9. Yeah, he's level 9 in most of the technologies, but we can get there quite quick. Now let's upgrade some of these bad boys. 2 additional colonists already. Settlers increase, colonial range, and development cost. We are quite set, I would say. Naval doctrine, let's go. Now we have Inca authority. This at the first look reminds me of the Persian abilities, and it a little bit reminds me of Europa Expanded. If you guys know, you know. I believe when we played Hissing Kaifa in Europa Expanded, or it could have been Timurids, there was something similar with these abilities. But okay, so we can lose some of monarch points and get Inca authority. We can get 25 if we choose to lose stability and gain a negative modifier, as well as a 17 rebel revolt. And this third option allows us to lose 75 authority, upgrade our ruler's stats, set mummified rulers to 0, as well we're getting core creation cost and years of separatism modifier until the death of our ruler, the ground shaker modifier, and we need at least 90 Inca authority for this. At maximum power, this authority offers monthly autonomy change reduction -0.10, yearly absolutism +2. Actually quite good when you're in the age of absolutism, because you can match this with one of the age bonuses. Moral damage plus 15%, and cost of advisors with the same religion -25%. Okay, quite good stuff. But is it worth to keep manufacture idols at this point? Yeah, I do have a lot of questions, but the video is getting on the longer side, so we will finish it right here. I am quite interested about how this campaign could turn out, but I'm only willing to continue it if you guys want to see it. So you gotta let me know in the comments, you gotta leave a like, subscribe, and if I see that there isn't enough interest, we will definitely continue it. But for now, we're gonna finish it here. We're nearly the first greatest power, actually, just right below France. And yeah, this was quite insane because we got all 3 of the institutions done. I think honestly, with the army that we currently have, we could pretty much easily destroy Castile and Brazil and take all their stuff at least. Alright guys, this is me signing off. See you soon. Thank you so much for supporting the channel on Patreon and on YouTube, to the Whale Biologist, Woeno, and Lazar. Your support is really appreciated.